Hello guys, welcome to the channel. More people rather do nothing nowadays in this day and age in society, guys. This is very saddening. We've come to a time that more people nowadays just rather do nothing because I don't know if you guys have been paying attention all over society and everywhere, but people are constantly burnt out. People have no energy to do anything. Everywhere you go, whether you're driving down the streets, you're walking somewhere, people just look like zombies. Nobody wants to do anything nowadays. You get me, guys? You see, and a lot of people are very tired of the constant society pressures and the grind, the social media constantly bombarding you with notifications on your phones and that hustle culture, the work grind all the time that people gotta constantly work. You get me? People are getting tired of that, guys. People nowadays rather do nothing in this modern times of 2026. You get me, guys? You see, a lot of people right now are constantly looking for more peace. You get me? As people get older, they want more peace. You get me, guys? People are just really tired of constantly grinding. You get me? And this thing that people just rather do nothing nowadays, you get me? Is actually pretty good and beneficial in my opinion, guys. A lot of people are just tired of life every day, and this is very sad that you see a lot of people right now are constantly on working 9 to 5 jobs, constantly having no energy to do anything, not even to go for a walk for your health, not even having energy to go work out at a gym, you get me, or anything, or to even go shopping for some things that you like, or just walking, playing some sports in a park or something. You see, people have no energy for that nowadays. You get me? And more people are starting to realize that doing nothing nowadays is more productive than doing something sometimes. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be a lazy person, and doing nothing nowadays doesn't mean that you're lazy. You get me? This is something that more and more people are trying to do and apply to their lives because the constant burnout and people are realizing that they're missing out on the joy and happiness or peace, more inner peace in their lives. You get me? So people are missing out on these things in their lives. So this is why a lot of people are starting to gravitate towards doing nothing nowadays because it's more peaceful. You get me, guys? So right now, a lot of people, the reasons why people would rather do nothing is really because of the burnout, overstimulation. You get me? People are constantly connected to the online, the internet, social media. The news is constantly bombarding you with headlines and bad things that's happening in society, wars, and always new executive orders that a president signed this and that there's new changes and all this. There's always a breaking news of someone that just got kidnapped and a new update, a new headline about a new person that has passed away, or just something bad that tragically always happens every second, every hour. So these things is making people very burnt out. You get me? People would rather not listen to the news. People would rather do nothing. People would rather focus on inner peace. You get me, guys? And this is getting very saddening because now in this modern times, it's just becoming like people, this is what they're craving for. People rather do nothing. Like, I don't know where you guys are at in your society or in what state or anywhere in the US, but people nowadays, I don't know if you guys notice, when you drive or something, you smell marijuana. People nowadays rather just smoke marijuana in their cars and just kick back, relax, you get me? Because people just nowadays rather do nothing. Because sometimes marijuana is beneficial and helps people be more peaceful, relaxed, and just not worry about anything. You get me? And so the constant overstimulation, the endless scrolling on your phones, you get me, and the pressure to achieve things, is creating so much chronic stress. You get me, guys? And it's really creating like a lot of emotional exhaustion, guys. And people feel like their attention spans have been depleted. Like, people are starting to focus more, like they need to focus on inner peace, productivity. They want to get their joy back, and they rather have more inner peace than the grind, the hustle culture, this thing that we always have to work hard. You get me? People are getting tired of that now in this day and age, guys. And the mental health, like, intentionally people are slowing down. Like, they're intentionally trying to do nothing nowadays because they feel like slowing down helps activate their brain's default mode and network. You get me? Like, their mental health feel like it's not functioning well because of being so overly stimulated. The dopamine, the constant scrolling, you're constantly on your phone, the watching TV, always being informed with new headlines. So people are doing this. People are intentionally rather doing nothing because they're trying to recalibrate their minds and mental health. You get me, guys? And they're doing this they're trying to process more emotions, and they're trying to do more self-reflection and to reduce the anxiety and the overwhelming of all these things. You get me? Because really being on top of headlines and always breaking news, these are traumatic events. Our minds are not supposed to be constantly being informed with bad things all the time. A new headline, you get me? This is traumatic to your brain. And this is why this society has a lot of PTSD and a lot of mental health issues, because people are being affected by the news and a lot of things, traumatic events. You get me, guys? So, and the people are just tired of the work culture, always having to work 9 to 5, this grind stuff that we gotta work. We're not robots. People just want to have more freedom, more peace and joy, and more inner peace. You get me? And this dopamine cycle, people are acknowledging that the feeling of productivity can be very addictive, and people are really just more like seeking balance, and they're avoiding this long-term, you get me, issues with dopamine. You get me? Like constant dopamine all the time. You get me? You gotta have, your mind needs a break from a lot of things. You get me, guys? So the reason why a lot of people are deciding to do nothing nowadays, more and more is really because they're trying to do a digital detox. You see, me, myself, I have applied this to my life and for my mental health and to have more mental clarity. I personally feel that doing nothing nowadays is very beneficial for us because, number one, doing this, you end up having a digital detox. You get a break. You get me? Taking breaks from phones and endless scrolling, all this. You don't need to all the time know what a celebrity is doing. You don't need to know all the time some new advertisement every second on your phone, constant scrolling. You get me? Like, what benefit does this do for you? You're just being bombarded and being overstimulated in your brain, always being informed with things. You get me, guys? So I personally feel that I have applied this to my life, and doing nothing sometimes nowadays could be the most productive thing that you can do. You get me? Sometimes doing nothing is the most productive thing that you can do. You get me, guys? And it is the most productive thing you can do by doing nothing, really, is because you're practicing more inner peace, tranquility, joy. You're trying to get all your joy back in your life. You get me, guys? And simply sitting around observing nature and things like that, letting your mind wander around, and you get me, you can just look at the beautiful lakes, the skies, and things like that without the noise and all the issues and drama. This can be very good for your mind. You get me? And slow living, like embracing a more mindfulness of your life. You get me? Like less consumption of things, and really like having a more focused lifestyle on tranquility and inner peace. You get me, guys? So this is really why I feel like it's good to sometimes do nothing. We all need to have more peace. You get me? Now, this doesn't mean that you're being lazy. Like, it doesn't mean that you're being a lazy person. You get me? It just means you're detoxing your mind. You're deciding to reflect more, think about life. You get me? Focus on your future, or like your mental clarity gets better when sometimes when you don't do anything and you just reflect, you meditate. You get me? You know, Buddhism teaches you a lot of inner peace too. You get me? And it's really good to sometimes like sit surrounded by nature and just reflect on life, and instead of just being informed every second on your phone or the TV of breaking news and all this. You get me? That's very fatiguing, and it can cause a lot of mental fatigue. You get me, guys? So sometimes right now in this modern times of 2026, doing nothing is the most productive thing that you can do for your life. Okay, guys? So my value in this video, what I'm trying to share here is that you need to sometimes detox your mind, block the noise, block all the chaos, all the crazy things happening on the news. Every second, every day is going to be a new headline, a new trend from all these things. Who cares about Epstein files? Who cares about this and that? You get me? It's always going to be something that's going to be stressing your mind out. You get me? And we need more peace in our lives. You get me? We need our bodies to function more better, or have more mental clarity, so that you're able to think more before your actions. You get me? Plan things better, and just have a more better well-being. You get me, guys? So doing nothing sometimes can be very productive, guys, and that is the best thing you can do sometimes, instead of being constantly informed and just being surrounded by the chaos and noise. You get me, guys? So hopefully you guys understand this message and you can apply it to yourself in your life. You get me? That sometimes doing nothing is the best thing you can do in life. Okay? But don't get it confused with being lazy. It doesn't mean to be lazy. It just means that you're just trying to be calm and focus on more inner peace with your life. You get me, guys? If you're new to the channel, guys, if you don't know me, my name is Jesus, and I do videos on different things and topics, you know, about society and spirituality, consciousness, and, you know, different things. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really will help out the channel, and that way you stay informed with new videos and new topics. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you guys found this video informative and you apply it to your life. Take care.